Good evening, guys. Am I audible? Good evening. Can you please confirm? Is my screen visible? Am I audible? Can we start today's session? So today we are going to see one important, interesting and useful topic, which will be web scraping with the help of Python. So it is very easy. So we'll try to do and create a data set with the help of that. Okay, can we start, guys? Give me thumbs up in chat box. So I'll give a brief introduction. We are going to see about web scraping using Python. So web scraping is like in the websites and in browser, in each website there are many contents and data available, right? But it is in unstructured format. You have to go and see everything. So if using the HTML tags, so if you open a browser, you can see the HTML behind it. I'll show you how to show it, okay, how to view it. Regarding the HTML, all the web browsers are written with the help of HTML, right? So it will have the basic HTML inside of it. So with the help of that, we are going to take the contents which we need, okay? So we are going to automate with the help of Python and take that contents alone. So what we are going to do is we are going to scrap the web page, okay, and make them into a readable structured data into, you can store it in database or a CSV file or any document format which you require, okay. Today we will be converting it in CSV file format. That's what will be our final objective for this today's class. So web scraping is an automatic method to obtain large amount of data from websites, and most of the data is unstructured data in HTML format. So you need to convert it for like further applications. Regarding when you go for data science or machine learning, these data play important role, and you need structured data to give that to the machine for it to learn and do predictions and so on, okay. When you have a bunch of data, you want it to be structurized in table format, it will be better, right? And how we are going to do is we are going to use one library which is very important library for Python, which is known as Beautiful Soup. So that library is used to pull the data of HTML and XML files, and it is particularly designed for web scraping, okay. So it is easy only, we'll try to do it. So first will be the installation part. If you want to use a Beautiful Soup, you have to install this library, pip install Beautiful Soup 4, and once you install it, you can import it from BS4, okay, it is in the name BS4. You can import this class Beautiful Soup. The B and S will be in capital letter. By creating an object for this, we can do the scraping process, okay. So before going into an actual website, I'm going to show you with the sample HTML file, okay. I'm having a sample HTML file. I'll show you how to use this, okay, Beautiful Soup for taking HTML file, how to take the content of it. Once we done it, we are going to take on actual website. So what we are going to see today is scrapping the IMDb website, okay. So this IMDb is for movie, okay. They will be showing the movie list, okay. They can rate it and they will give some details about it. So we are going to take this IMDb website, we are going to scrap it, okay. I am planning to do nearly 1000 movie names along with the year it released, along with the rating and duration, okay, in the CSV file. So it will be in each table, we need the title and other details in the readable format, in structured format. So that's what we are going to do in today's class. So before going into an actual website, I'll show you with a rough HTML file, okay. So before that, see here, when I go into any browser, you can click the right click option. Once you click that, you will be getting these options. So you can click this inspect button. So once you click it, it is going to show you this page, and this page, what it is the HTML behind this browser, okay. Whatever you are seeing is written in basic HTML. And if you want to find the HTML for this line, you can click this button, okay. Select an element. So once you click this, you can drag and see, okay, wherever. If I want to find the HTML for this one, if I click that, see here, this is the HTML for that, okay. It is h3 tag, and they have written IMDb top 1000. See here, this text is written here. So that's what is reflecting here. So you can scrap this website. So before going into actual scrapping a website, I'll show you how to scrap a HTML file with basics. Okay, let me load a HTML file. Okay, I'm having some home page. So this is an HTML format. I'm going to scrap it. Okay, so first let's install pip install. Okay, we need to install the beautiful soup. It is in the format pip install beautiful soup 4, like this. Okay, pip install soup 4. So once I install it, I already have it, so it will tell requirement already satisfied, and once I install it, I have to import it. So it is in the name BS4. So from BS4 I need only import beautiful soup 4. Okay, let me run this. Okay, sorry, so we have to import the capital B beautiful capital S soup. We have imported it. Now we have to create an object to use it. So before using this, let me load the HTML file in my IDE. Okay, so to open a HTML file, we know right how to handle a file, how to open a file. Tell me guys, what is the keyword to open a file? Okay, whether it is whatever format it may be, we have seen that right in file handling. To open a file, what we have to do? Let me create a variable in the name file equal to, I have to use which option? Do you guys remember? I have to use the open option, and inside of it I have to pass two things. What are those things? The first one will be the path for it. Let me copy the path and paste it here, and the next one will be the mode I am going to read it. So I'm going to just read it, right? I'm not going to write there, I'm just going to read it. So it will be R. Remember guys, what are the 4 mode we have seen? One is R, one is W, one is X, another one is A, right? Remember about it? Now I have opened this one. Okay, is it clear guys till now? Now I have opened the HTML file. Yes, correct, open option. So next one will be passing this HTML file. Okay, so let me create soup is equal to, let me call this beautiful soup, and here I'll pass this file. Okay, see here what I'm seeing. This is a HTML file. Okay, I have opened that file and I'm passing this in this soup variable. This will be an object for it. Okay, I'm passing this file here and it is printing all the HTML tags inside of that file. That is a sample HTML file. Okay, and see here we are having this doc type HTML and we are having the head tag, and I hope many of you guys know about the HTML. It is very basics, right? It will have a starting tag and an ending tag. It will have body. Okay, it will have a divide element, h1 tag. So based on it only we are going to select. Okay, so you have to go inside of it. See here, this will be the HTML tags present here, and I want to find. Okay, so let me open this actually. So this is the HTML raw file. So this is some website. Okay, this is a file of HTML for a website, and see here it is having all these things known as Python for beginners, Python web development, Python machine learning. For example, if I want to take this title alone, I want to find where it is. Okay, and in this HTML, let me try to find this. See here, Python for beginners is there, but where it is in the h5 tag. Okay, so I want to find the h5 tag where all it is present. So what I can do, I can do the beautiful soup options. I have created a variable known as soup, right? So using that soup, what I'm going to do, I'm going to search for that content. Okay, in soup you will be having these options known as find. So it will find only one element. Okay, if you want to find many, what all things present there, for example, the tag will be either divide tag or h5 tag, whatever it is. If I want to find all those things, I can go with this find underscore all. And you guys remember, in every tag there will be a class name for it. So the class will differentiate one with other. So when we go and search, if you want to mention that class alone, you can mention it here with the help of class underscore is equal to the name of the class, so that it will find that class alone. Okay, so this is how we will need to do. So let me try to find Okay, first let me go with find option, soup.find. So okay, all these things are there, and this the title is here in the h5 tag. Okay, so let me find. I'll create a variable title is equal to soup.find. Okay, and I want to pass which tag is it? It is h5. I'll print the title. Okay, see here, I got that h5 alone, Python for beginners, but I am getting only one. Okay, so we are getting only one because we are using this find option. If I want to find everything, I can go with find all. So this will find every h5 tag present in that HTML file. So if I print this, I'll be getting a list. See here, one by one, you can see that list, and it is printing all the details, right, with class and the name of it, all those things. If I want the text alone inside, I can go with dot text. Okay, you can give it here in this soap dot text. Okay, so since it is find all, you have to every time loop it so that one by one it will run and you can get the separate thing. I'll use the text here for x in title. Okay, print x dot text. See here, I got all those text alone in the h5 tag. See here, it is the h5 tag, Python for beginners, Python web development, Python machine learning. Okay, so this is how I got this. So you can go one by one inside of it and find all those things, whatever you require, you can find it. Okay, see here, if I want to find the divide element, I can go and search it. Okay, you can get the text in that individual element alone. If you are having a list, you have to loop it every time. So I hope it will be clear for the basics. So now let's move into actual website and scrap it. Can we do it, guys? So once we done that, I'm going to tell you how to store it in CSV file. Can we start this? So going into that website where I'm going to scrap, see here, I'll go into this. And if you go into this, this will show this. So if you want to open it, you can click the right click and click this inspect option. It is going to show you the website. Okay. So now, for example, first let me try to get this title alone. See here, in this page, there are nearly 100, okay, 100 movie names, and totally there are 10 pages, so that the total is 1000. Okay. In each page, it is 100 movie names, and in totally in 10 pages, you will be having 1000 names. I want to get all the 1000. So before going into that 1000, let me get this 100 first. Okay, I'll explain you how to get this 100 names first, and we'll try to get this year. Okay, we'll try to get rating. Okay, we'll try to get this runtime. So we'll get all those 4 things for this 100 page. So once I get that, I'll tell you how to move to other pages. Okay, that will be fine, right? So that totally we'll be having 1000. So that's what our final objective is. So starting with this page, first before going to other details, let me go into the title alone. So I want to take this title. Let me inspect, okay, using this one. So see here, every movie is splitted by this box, okay, and you can see the name of that box. See here on the right side, it is class lister item mode advanced. Okay, so let me copy this. So before that, how are we going to load this website HTML there? We cannot copy this entirely. So if you want to load that HTML entirely, then you can go and copy this, okay, URL. Okay, and now to use it, see here, you need 2 things to take an actual HTML from a browser. You need to install requests and LXML. So this is a parser for taking that content separately and give it to you. And request will take that. And in request, you have to pass in .get option, you have to pass the URL for that website, and you have to mention the parser which will be LXML, and you have to use .text so that the HTML for that page can be found. So first let me take this link. So I need to use request to get that. So let me delete these things. So we'll start freshly from that website. Okay, we have beautiful soup. Let me import. Requests import LXML. So let me run this. URL is equal to, let me paste the link, and so this will be the link I have to pass inside. So I'll call in the variable HTML, I'm going to call this requests option. So it will dot get, it is going to get me, okay, I'll pass the URL comma LXML. There are other parsers, you can use that also, okay, and I'll use the dot text option so that I need the HTML text alone, okay, all those HTML files in the text format. Let me print the HTML. So this variable now contain that websites, okay, this one page, not the 10 pages, okay, this is one single page. All these HTML files are in my collab now, IDE. See here, these are all HTML content. It's same as this one, okay, this one it's same as that one, but entirely it is given. So there are a lot of things. We want to take the movie name alone from this one, okay. Let me remove this. So this HTML is having that. So using soup, okay, I'll create beautiful soup and I'll pass this HTML inside. So now we can use the soup to go inside and get that, okay, one by one. So now I need this title alone. So I have this entire HTML, I want this title alone. So let me inspect and see here, one by one the movies are separated with this box, and this box, the name of it is, it's in the divide element and the class is list item more advanced. So let me use this to separate one by one, okay. So I need to separate this. Let me create a variable divide is equal to, I'm taking that divide element using soup.findAll. I want to find all those things so that we can separate one by one, right? Each movie will be separated one by one box. So I'll pass in this find all, let me pass the element I want to find as divide and the class. So the class, if you mention class, it will be the Python class, and here if you want to search that class of this tag, then you can give class underscore is equal to, okay, I'll pass this name list item more advanced. So this will give me a list because it is find all, right? I'll print divide. Okay, it is that single one by one it is giving, okay. I'll print for one, okay. So the first, so this is for the first movie, HTML for the first movie. Can we search the name? See here, Shawshank Redemption. The first movie is here, right? So if I go with the first index, since it is a list, I'm accessing it one by one, and this will be, what's the name of the movie? The Godfather is here, and this is the second movie. So one by one it is there for 100 movies, okay. And now what I'm going to do, now I went into this box, okay, one by one I can take this box. Now I'm going to go inside of it and find this title. So I want to find where this title is. So let me find, okay, inside of this. So I can come one by one, or I can search with this one. See here, the title is here, okay, it is inside this h3, okay, it is inside this h3 tag. I'm having an anchor tag, and in that the text is Shawshank Redemption. That will be the movie title. So this will be same. Remember guys, h3 and a. Let me show you for other movie. Let me go for this movie, okay. I'll go into this box, and if I go into this one, see here, the title, if I click that, it is inside h3 and it is inside the anchor tag, right? It is same for all these 100 movies. So what I can do, I can go into it, okay. It is inside this variable divide, and it is a list. I have to use for loop to go one by one for div in divide, okay. So using this div, let me create a variable name movie equal to, in divide I have this h3 tag, right? I can search like this h3 tag, and inside of it I can go for a tag, and in that I need the text alone. Let me run this alone and print the movie. So this is going to give me, okay, see here, I got all the title, but it is giving me all the anchor tag, right? Since I went into this anchor and it is lifting there, and I got all these things. If I want to get the title alone, I can go with text, and this is giving me the first 100, okay. In that page, all the 100 movie names I got, okay. Using the scrapping option, I got it, okay. So you see, now we got the movie. Now let's go into finding the year, okay. Year is equal to, let me get the year. So I want to search again. So where is the year? It is near here, it is here, okay. I'll click that. It is in span, okay. So now you see here it is not related to the previous one. So we want to find the span and we are having a class here. Let me copy this class. Okay. So this class will contain the year name. So let me go into this. So to find that, let me call this divide element, and in that, okay, h3.find. So I'll tell you how. See here, inside this h3, okay, this h3 contains all those things. Inside that h3 we are having the title and I am having the year name. Okay, let me go on, select this once again. So inside this h3, in the anchor tag I am having the title, movie title, and below that in this span element I am having this year. So let me copy the class of it, okay, and I'll pass in find option. So since I want to find it, I can use find option. I want to find the span element inside h3, and the class will be class underscore equal to this one. Okay, so once I get the movie and the year, let me print the year. So this is going to give me a bulk of things. See here, I got the year, but along with the tags alone also. Okay, so I want to go with text option. So this one will give me, for every iteration it is going to give me the year also. So if I want to remove this brackets, I can go with dot replace option, and in that replace I'll pass this one. Okay, so the starting one, and I'll replace with empty one. I hope we have learned it, right? String replace method. So you want to pass whatever you are going to replace and instead what you are going to give. So I am going to replace it with nothing, so I am giving empty. Okay, so this will remove the starting parenthesis. To ending parenthesis I will call again dot replace. Okay, and here I will pass the ending one, comma, empty string. So this will help me to remove all those things, and now I got all the title and year along with it. Can we check it? Dark Knight 2008, Schindler's List 1993, Dark Knight 2008, Schindler's List 1993, and so on. Okay, for 100 movies I got this. So now we will try to find the next one. So next I need to get two things. Next one will be duration and rating. Okay, where is duration? Let's go for the duration first. I want to get this one. So let me give a variable duration is equal to. So now let me use this option to find where is this duration is present. It is here. It is inside this class text muted and span runtime. Okay, and it is in span tag and the class is runtime. Okay, let me search. It is inside the paragraph tag. Okay, so for that let me go into this divide, and in that let me search for the paragraph tag, and in that I'll find I need span. Okay, and the span, the class is, okay, I'll pass this runtime. Let me print the duration also here. So let's try to get it. So it is obviously going to give you the entire thing. Let me go with dot text. So this is important so that you can get it separately. Okay, see here along with the year I got this duration also. Okay, it is 142 minutes, it's 175 minutes, and so on for all these 100 movies. Once we complete all these 100 movies exactly, whatever we need, I will tell you how to take for other pages also. Okay, since it is pagination, we got 1000 total. Okay, it's separated 10. Okay, so first let us complete this. So the final one I am going to take from this website will be the rating for it. Okay, and rating will be a little bit tricky here. Okay, I'll show you this rating. It is here. Okay, so I'll click it. It is in this strong element. It is 8.7. Okay, can you see it, guys? So I need to get this, and the value can be here. So to take this, I have to go inside this divide element, and let me search for a class which is this inline block rating IMDb. Okay, so let me copy this and I'll give divide. Okay, in that I'm going to find it is divide element, and the class will be class underscore is equal to, let me pass this inline rating IMDb. So let me pass this text option also, since it can give us. Okay, I want to print it. Okay, here rating. Okay, why there is underscore after class? So as you remember in Python, class and object, what is the keyword to create a class? It is CLASS, right? So if you type class anywhere here, if you remove it, it is going to declare it as a Python class. Okay, I don't want Python class here. I want to find that HTML class. So what I'm doing, it is represented as class underscore. Clear now? So I'll print this rating also. So if I run it, see here there are empty gaps here. Okay, I got the rating along with the title. Okay, see here Avengers Endgame, the title, the year, the time, and I got this 8.4 which is rating. But the thing is, this has empty spaces before and after, and I want to remove this. So how will I remove? There is an option known as dot strip. Okay, this is a string method, and this will help you to remove all the empty spaces. So if I run it, it took all the empty spaces, right? So 9.3, all those things we got. Is it clear, guys? We have took successfully whatever we require, all those for those 100 in that single page. So let me try to take it in a list. Okay, first let me create a list in the name of movies equal to a empty list. It's running. Okay, so now what I'll do, every time the loop runs, I'll add movies dot append. I'm going to add it to a list. Okay, this movie I'm getting, right, the name of the movie, every time the loop runs, I'm going to append it in this list movies. So once I run this loop, if I try to find the length of the movies, okay, movies, print length of movies of this list. So it should be 100, because it is 100 movies, right, in that page, and the loop is running for 100 times, so that all this 100 is covered. Clear? So now I want to go to the next page. So how am I going to go? That's what the question is. Okay, so there is an option here for next button. So if I go next, totally it is 1000 movies. Okay, and it is giving from 101 to 200, I think so, right? So if I want to take one by one, I can use a for loop for this, and I want to study about this link. Okay, see here it is telling start equal to 101, so it is starting from 101. If I mention 400 here or 500 for example, see here if I mention this 500 here, it is going to give me the 500. It is starting from 500. Okay, based on this only it is starting. So totally it is 1000. So in this case what I am going to do, I will copy this link, and every time the loop runs I am going to manipulate this one. Okay, I will start from 0 and I will end till 900, so that all the 1000 will be covered. Okay, now what I am going to do, I want to use this one. Okay, I want to use these things. So before that, before going into this, I want to create another for loop. So first let me create that. Okay, first let me create a pages is equal to a list. It starts from 0, then 100, 200. Okay, let me create a list like this. Okay, all those things will be passed for every iteration, so that it starts from 0, so it will show first 100, and then it starts from 100, it shows the next 100. So it will be given here. So if I enter 900, it is going to give me the last 100. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. We know format method, right? So every time the loop runs, I am going to pass that value here, so that all the movie names will come. Clear, guys? So let me go. What I am going to do, I am going to create a for loop for this one. Okay, for page in pages. So every time the loop runs, the value for this variable page will be, the first time it will be 0, then 100, 200 and so on. So I am going to pass this. Okay, URL is equal to, I'll copy this URL. Okay, here I want to change this start alone, right? So let me paste it first, and I'll pass this format method, and instead here in this start, let me create a placeholder. Okay, and in this placeholder I'm going to pass the variable page. So the first time the loop runs, the value will be 0, the next time it will be 100 and 200 till 900. This link will be created and it will go to that page. Now once I go into this page, I want to do all these things repetitively. So HTML, I want to get this right. I'll take it. So every time the page is changing, so every time the loop runs, it is going to the next page and take that 100 and go to the next page and take other 100 and so on. So now we got the HTML. Let me pass this to this variable beautiful soup. Okay, and next you can get, but if I want to take all the 1000, then it will be better for you to go in this way, right? So that's what I'm doing. So let me pass this one also. So I want this inside. So every time the loop runs, it will take this divide element, and once it is done, I'm going to copy all these things. Okay, and I'll paste it here. So for every iteration, first iteration it will be in the first page and it will take all the 100 in that page. Okay, clear guys? This need indentation. Okay, so the next iteration it will be the second page and it will take all those things. Okay, in the third page it will take all those things and so on. It will keep on going and we'll got all this for 1000 movies. So instead of after printing it, I'll append it in this movies. Let me create this alone again. Okay, it is now empty list. Now let me check the length of it. It is 0. Now I'm going to run this one. It's running. Okay, we got, I think we need 1000, right? So first let's check with this movies alone. Okay, so once we get that, we'll try to store it. Now next part will be storing it in a CSV file. So now it is run successfully, and every time the loop runs, I'm going to add the movie names alone in a list for our clarification. You can pass everything, but now I'm doing that alone. Okay, and now let me check the length of the movies. So see here, we got 1000, right? How we got? We got all the 1000. Okay, all the 1000 movie names along with these details are there. Okay, so once I done this, what I am going to do now, I am going to store this in a CSV file. So if you know pandas, then you can, like, pandas is a library for data manipulation and data processes. Okay, so if you know pandas, then you can create it as a data frame and then convert it to a CSV file, store it as a CSV file. And still now we haven't seen about pandas, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use another option, which is another library for creating CSV file. Okay, I'll import CSV. So this will help me to create CSV file. So to create that, what I need to do, I have to create a new CSV file, right? So I'll go here. So okay, let's create it here itself. So let me create a new CSV file. I'll import the CSV we have imported. So let me create a file is equal to file2. So I want to create a file, right? So open, I'll pass the name of it, movies data .csv format, and I'll write it. Okay, so this will help me to create. So you don't want to create with the help of X or A, it will go with W, it will create. Okay, it will create and write. So once I create that file, what I'm going to do, using the CSV, I have an option known as writer. So I'll create a variable for it. Writer is equal to CSV dot, there is an option known as writer. Okay, see here, so there is a writer, and inside of it I need to pass this file to. Okay, so this will create and help me to create that CSV file. Okay, I haven't run it. See here, it is, once I run it, that file will be generated, and this will help me to write. And next what I'm going to do, I'll use it writer dot write row. Okay, and this will help me to create the column name. So let me create in the name. So the first one will be the movie name, right? Movie name, comma, the next one I need to store is, let us store year, duration and rating. Year, duration and rating. Okay, all those things. So let me run this. So I'll refresh it. Now we have created this movies data.csv. Okay, there are no entries. Now we are going to write on it. Okay, so how I am going to write it, every time the loop runs, all these things we will be getting, right? So after printing it, so I don't want to print it, I want to store it in the Excel file. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to call the writer option here also. Okay, like how we have created the title, right? So the column name, writer dot write row, and in this I'm going to pass in that same order. Okay, first one will be movie name, so movie, comma, year, comma, duration, comma, rating. And once this loop everything runs, finally I'm going to close it. Okay, file2 dot close, and let me run this now. So finally we should get a CSV file with all these details stored in the structured format in CSV. So it's running, we'll wait for it to complete. Okay, and let me refresh it. See here, total is 1000 entries and there are 10 pages it is showing. You can download it with this 3 option. Download. And let me open this so that you can see it. See here guys, the movie name, we got it, the year. Using writer option, we have created the column name and finally we have saved it. So this is totally giving me all the movie names, okay, along with all these details. So this is how we can do web scraping with the help of Python. It is little bit advanced. You have to know about the HTML so that only you can understand. So please try to do on your own. With practice you can do it, okay. You can try to scrape other websites. And so this is about today's class regarding web scraping with Python. So regarding the assignments, I want to talk about it. So I have given an assignment for creating an ATM simulator and I have given certain rules. So the rules will be you have to create it with the help of class and object, and you have to ask the user to enter his username and password and you have to check whether it is correct, and once it is correct you want to allow the user to go inside, and you have to show the options for like deposit or withdrawal or checking the balance and so on. So if the user uses any of these options, like if you want to check the balance or if he wants to use any option for deposit or withdrawal, you want to use random module and show him a random OTP number in 6 digit, okay. So once you get that, what you are going to do, so once you get the 6 digit OTP, you want to show, like ask the user to type it again. If he types correctly, you want to allow that process to run. So this is what the rules, and some people have done it yesterday itself and posted, and very good, and few people have given like same without any following the rules, okay. So I'm not going to accept that assignments. I'll be checking each and everything, so please make sure you follow all the rules and completing that assignment, okay. Is it clear guys regarding the assignment? And please make sure you attend the remaining sessions. In tomorrow's class we are going to see another interesting topic, which will be like voice to text, text to voice, translation, image to text, all these process with the help of Python, okay. And day after tomorrow we are going to see about how to create a virtual assistant like Jarvis with Python. So tomorrow we'll be processing the audio data and how to work on those tasks, and day after tomorrow with that we are going to create a virtual assistant in Python, and after that we will be seeing about databases, okay. And after that in day 15 onwards we will be seeing about pandas, numpy, matplotlib, and for towards machine learning, okay. And that's it for today guys. Thank you all for attending the class. And the assignment 2 deadline will be Wednesday, okay. By Wednesday we will be having Wednesday's class, right? 2 days left. Before that please try to complete, okay. Naan Mudhalvan